I really liked it. The route is long, but we constantly made stops at locations/snacks. All the locations mentioned in the description for the trip were there. The driver was very kind, he didn't bother with historical facts. Excellent impressions of the trip. Jokulsarlon Glacier Lagoon and South Coast A tour with hotel pickup and drop-off by bus. Travel Iceland was very smooth at 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Itinerary is slightly different from the one published in Klook, as we started with the magnificent Seljalandsfoss waterfall, passed by the Eyjafjallajökull glacier volcano on the way to Seljalandsfoss waterfall, Diamond Beach, Jokulsarlon Glacier Lagoon, and ended at Vik village for dinner. There are 2 main rest stops for lunch and dinner. A lot of time was spent traveling in between the attractions, and there's only 30 minutes at each site. Wished we could have more time, especially at the Diamond Beach and Jokulsarlon Glacier Lagoon, while skipping Seljalandsfoss waterfall. Bus was quite warm, and so it was always a relief to get out of the bus for fresh air and visit the stunning attractions. Would be good if the guide can explain more on the things we passed by on the way, as we had to search on Google Maps and see where the bus is at and find out what is out there as we drove along. Driver Lucas was great in driving us safely to each spot in such long hours. If you only have time to do one tour, I would highly recommend this, as driving on your own would be too tiring, even though you can spend more time at the different site as you wished. I have to say the tour made me exhausted because of long way trip. However, the tour guide was nice, he introduced Iceland stories, and he was patient to take care of each one. I still recommend joining the tour when you visit Iceland. Amazing tour. Our guide on May 12th, apologies, I don't remember his name, was amazing. He gave us so much information, sang for us, and was super patient when people were repeatedly late and the rest of the bus was already annoyed. He was also trying to find northern lights for us on our way back. So kind. The long ride from Reykjavik was well worth it. The ice lagoon and Diamond Beach were breathtaking. The tour was arranged perfectly as we reached the 2 main spots during sunset. It was magical. The lunch spot offered vegan options, vegetable soup, fries and muffins, so I did not go hungry. I would go on this tour again. One thing that could be improved though, giving a general overview of the stops and the estimated times beforehand. A fantastic tour, worth every penny, especially when you add the boat tour. Don't hesitate. Book it. It is long but very worth it. As you can see from the photos, it's exactly as advertised, and we had a chance to see the northern lights. We had Tomac and Gary as our driver and guide, and they served us very well. Very knowledgeable, and he recommended Sushi Social for a restaurant, which we will definitely try. We had a wonderful time. Our guide, Elsa, is really friendly and warm, and she is one of the few Icelandic guides who was born and raised in Iceland. She has a ton of folklore stories and a good knowledge of Icelandic facts. The tour lasted for 14 hours. Thanks to our guide, Anna, for sharing a lot of Icelandic facts that I learned so much. Thanks also to our driver, Eugene, for ensuring our safety despite the strong winds. Overall, I enjoyed the southern part of Iceland. It was a long drive but was worth the hassle and all. Exploring the south coast of Iceland is something anyone should do when visiting the country. This tour, organized by Bus Travel Iceland, is highly recommended. The tour guide Pierre was rather knowledgeable and had stories about Iceland even way back the Vikings era. Mikal, the driver, was one heck of an expert, beating the strong winds and the 14 hours long drive. The Glacier Lagoon was the highlight of this trip, an absolute must.